Top 10 Most Important Current Global Problems. All progress issues in the world are being made in the current global problems and global problems between all good people. Much remains to be done. 1. Climate change. The global temperature is rising and it is estimated that from 2100 will be increased from 2.6 degrees Celsius to 4.8 degrees Celsius. More severe weather, food and resources will spread to the crisis and diseases. There can be a big difference in the dissemination of education about the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions and the importance of becoming green. 2. Pollution. Pollution is one of the most difficult global problems to combat because the overarching term refers to ocean litter, pesticides and fertilizers, air, light and noise pollution. Clean water is necessary for humans and animals, but more than 1 billion people do not have access to clean water as a result of contamination by toxic substances, sewage or industrial waste. 3. Violence. Violence can be found in the social, cultural and economic aspects of the world. Whether it is a battle that has broken out in a city, targeted hatred of a certain group of people or sexual harassment on the road, violence is a preventive problem that has been a problem for longer than necessary. 4. Security and well-being. The UN is an ideal example of preventing a lack of security and deprivation, which is a serious global issue. Through its efforts with regional organizations and delegates who are competent in security, the UN is working to improve the well-being of people around the world. 5. Lack of education. More than 72 million children worldwide in primary education are not registered at school. It can be attributed to inequality and marginalization, as well as to poverty. Fortunately, there are many organizations that work directly with the problem of education by providing suitable equipment and resources for schools to help. 6. Unemployment. Without the necessary training and skills for employment, many people, especially between 15 and 24, struggle to find a job and live a decent life for themselves and their families. This reduces the necessary resources, such as sufficient food, clothing, transport and good living conditions. 7. Government corruption. Corruption is a major cause of poverty as it affects the poorest, eliminating political and economic development, democracy and more. Corruption can be detrimental to the protection and well-being of local residents and can increase the violent and physical dangers in government without too much regulation. 8. Malnourishment and hunger. Currently there are 795 million people who do not have enough food. Long-term success in ending hunger in the world begins with the ending of poverty. With the training of employment, education and cooking and horticultural skills to fight poverty, people who suffer, get jobs, earn enough money to buy food and save money. How they cook their own food, the ability to learn will be more. 9. Substance abuse. The United Nations has reported that up to the beginning of the 21st century, an estimated 185 million people over 15 years of age worldwide consumed medicines. Commonly used drugs are marijuana, cocaine, alcohol, amphetamine stimulants, opiates and volatile solvents. Take part in the abuse of different classes, substances of both poor and rich people, and this is a constant problem throughout the world. 10. Terrorism. Terrorism is a global problem that causes fear and insecurity, violence and death. Terrorists attack innocent people all over the world, often without warning. Because of this, citizens feel insecure in their daily lives.